I ask it because it was one of the most Googled questions online.
Really?
Yeah, one of the highest search volumes I've ever seen for a search term was, can you have sex while pregnant?
Wow. I actually didn't. I mean, I've heard a lot of things, and I think that people feel like I've heard that men think they're going to hurt the baby, they're going to cause a problem. But no, absolutely, you can have sex. You're not going to create like a preterm labor. You're not going to harm the fetus. Like nothing bad is going to happen from having sex while pregnant.
Okay, so let's talk about orgasms and the clitoris then. You mentioned earlier that there's disproportionately a lot less research done on the clitoris.
Mhm.
As a man, what do I need to know about the clitoris? Because I'll be honest, I know very little. I know where it is.
That's a plus.
Yeah. Well,
Not
I didn't
everyone
always,
knows that either.
Yeah, I didn't always know where it was. A couple of misunderstandings, but I found it eventually, and I think I know how to stimulate it, but I don't really know what's going on there or how it works.
Okay. So what I tell everybody and what men can think of is the clitoris is like the penis. So when you are a fetus, there's a thing called the genital tubercle. Before you're assigned sex, that genital tubercle, when you become a man, that genital tubercle becomes the penis and the shaft and the glands. And in a woman, it becomes the clitoris. And the clitoris actually then goes deep into the pelvis, just like the penis. Like it has a shaft in the pelvis, and then it goes around the vaginal canal. And so the clitoris is just as sensitive as a man's penis, right? So if you stimulate the clitoris like your penis gets stimulated, then it will lead to orgasm. And it's probably the most reliable route for orgasm for women. So 85% of women need some form of clitoral stimulation to climax. And so many women have difficulty climaxing through vaginal penetration alone. That's not that they're broken or something's wrong with them. It's just that they don't. And because the stimulus from the clitoris is so strong, it leads to a very reliable route for orgasm. Now, how you stimulate it is sort of very individually specific, but typically oral stimulation, vibratory stimulation, manual stimulation, all those things can work, but that's where the communication comes in, where like the partner ideally would know what they like and could tell you. Or you could check, like, does this feel good? Does this feel good? Do you like this? Is this, and so that's sort of, again, a challenge because the communication issue we've talked about this whole talk, but that is really what's important. Now, the clitoris, like I said, it goes deep above the vagina and around it. So people can still get clitoral stimulation through penetration, depending on how you stimulate.